See, in the environment of competition, one has to evolve your own brand with some kind of uniqueness, with some kind of strategic values, some kind of differentiation where one shows that you are the only one in the rest of the world. So in that evolution of your brand, the most important thing is your own name. It is like when you were born, you were also given a name to your own self. So naming is something which a verbal communication takes place. In the absence of television or even net, if the communication is on radio or even telephone, the name is important. When one has to evolve brand amongst the crowd or even amongst the competition, you have got to create a singularity. You have to be unique. And to do that, one must come up with a unique name. Name is as important to a product or a company as it is important to any human being. Because name is 50% of your communication in the absence of visual. Name represents the sound when there is no visual. For instance, radio or even telephone, the name carries 50% of your communication. It creates your subconscious image about the company, about the man, personality. Like the moment I talk about IBM, and your subconscious says, what company? Similarly, while branding, the name is a very, very important factor to look into it. See, what is designer's intention is to transcend whatever your thoughts are there that you want the public to perceive you. You have got to come up with you have to design in such a way that you are able to change the perception the way you want them to see you. And that comes up with your inner experience. Inner experience means every human being is blessed with senses, those 5 senses. An experience of those senses, if you translate, and then probably there is a solution lies in that. And to give an example, for instance, this food product, particularly this Kisan, designed to show the taste of the tongue. That's how you see this flow of shape like a tongue. Similarly, when you are taking a toast and applying a jam onto the toast, a kind of feel which you are experiencing, it is translated into this design. And moreover, any design or any communication piece in branding, what we are creating, it has to have a strategic vision. Vision is something that you are perceiving this for the times to come. You are looking forward that what after 20 years or 30 years or 50 years will happen. You are putting into a kind of design frame that where the company will be after 10 years. So that's how this company, when they thought that what sort of idea they would like to convey to is that the company is on the move. It's a dynamic company. It is a progressive company. It is not static. So that's how you see this image. Similarly, designing their petrol stations. This was veterinary clinic in London, where this clinic is situated in this building. At the gate they have the 2 stone lions. So the name of this clinic is Stone Lion. So it has become familiar with everyone. Moreover, as we talk about design, as I said before, design is instinctive, intuitive. And from that wisdom, we create designs. For instance, this Tadekam is doing, or it's a kind of institution which creates lectures and creates transformation in the person's personality, which can increase the productivity of the company, the creativity of a person. That's what this workshop does it. Even if it is intuitive designs, but the designs has to have differentiation. Design which you can capture emotions of the people, because no matter which part of the world you are, emotions are common to every human being. Crying, laughing, feeling, everything, all the emotions are common to mankind. For instance, this particular identity designed for animal welfare, that how man should love animals. They should not hate. That's how this was created. Even in environmental design for a maternity ward, this, the image of a dolphin, was created and represented as if, say, mother and child, because this is the behavior of dolphin is very, very near to human being. So instead of having a maternity ward, very dull hospital, and where the person has to just watch the ceiling, the environment is created to make it more lively, make it more active, make it more pleasing. So that's how this dolphin image was used in the environmental graphic. So we realize that differentiation is the main objective or the key factor in design. Design of any kind, that differentiation must come up while branding anything, any product, any corporate, any country, the differentiation we are supposed to create. Differentiation is there, but at the same time, whatever you do, you must think, keep on thinking. Thinking in terms of that you should be aware of what you have done. And one must be very critical and also with an inquiry-based learning. And then whatever one is doing, one must evaluate. And then keep on doing this every moment. This process is an ongoing process which must be there as long as you are on the job, you are on the project. See, there is a comparison that from this it is evolved to this. Similarly, what was there before, now it is this. So there is an evolution which took place with a differentiation. Differentiation keeping in view of the vision which you have created with the help of the client. This was there, that's how this is now. Similarly, there is a transformation which has taken place from this to this. And all this has to be done from the level of, nowhere. You have to, detach yourself. One has to be out of one's own ego. And because you yourself are not doing anything for your own self, you are doing for a purpose. You are designing a purpose, you are fulfilling a kind of task which you have been given to this, and that whatever you are assigned to, ultimately it has to be translated into a business. Unless it does a good business, it does not work. It has to have that kind of inclination in the mind, and you are creating a persuasion in the viewer's mind. And the whole thing, it is never done in a very short time. There is no shortcut to this. It has to evolve, it has to take its own time, and idea may come as a flash, but ultimately it is the process which has to take place within you. What creativity emerge out of you? And that is to capture people's not only mind but also the heart, which is, again, you will be speaking a universal language.